chasing rainbows, watching clouds drifting by. My schemes are just like all my dreams, ending in the sky. Some fellas look and find the sunshine, I always look and find the rain. Some fellas make a winning sometime, I never even make a game. Believe me, I'm always chasing rainbows, waiting to find the little bluebird in vain. Hello, Blique. Hello, Blicket. Hello. Here's the dog. Good evening. I am Ethan. This is the No Show for the 4th of June, 2024. It's a Tuesday. It's the 4th of June, and the puppy is yawning. I'm yawning. It's a house of yawn. It's a house of yawn. A tip of the hat. A tip of the hat, Dave. You want to come up here? Come up. Oh, and there's the puppy. Okay, Hildy is saying hi. I'm always chasing rain. Oh boy, she's stepping on the music. You want to get in my lap? Is that what's happening? My schemes are just like all my dreams, ending in the sky. Some fellas look and find the sunshine, I always look and find the rain. Some fellas make a killing sometime, I never even make a gain. Believe me, I'm always chasing rainbows, waiting to find a little blue in vain. Good doggy. Oh, the full embrace. Oh boy, that's a good way to start the show. Look at all these spots. Ah, hey TB86,000. Nice to see you. You've made it to the live show. Hildy is now looking down at the music. She's looking down. Oh, there's Gornamont. There's Hildy. She's stretched out very comfortably in the chair. I think she's taken over. She's rescuing the show. There's the music. There's the stork. I'm always chasing rainbows. La da dee da da da. I've done that song on the show before. I like that song. It's kind of a she just did a big yawn. You know, when when there was that famous viral dog video from the early days of the internet. It was a dog. This guy was telling the dog. The dog's a shepherd. The dog's looking at the camera, and the guy with the camera is telling the shepherd about the snack that he just ate and that he didn't give any of to the dog. And the dog's going, yeah, and then what'd you do? Yeah, oh no. Because the guy's like, and then I ate it. And the dog's like, oh no. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh Jesus. Okay. I got the full lap dog right now. Let's see if I can still if we can still do a little music with the dog. Hildy. Yeah, yeah, there was some side eye. I saw that. So listen, I am I am I am exhausted. I don't know about you, but I'm exhausted. Um, I got up early. I drove from Massachusetts to New York. You know, taking a car trip when you're on your own or you're just with another human, that's pretty easy by comparison because you stop when you want to stop, you do what you want to do. But taking the car ride, oh, taking the car ride with three dogs when one of them is a puppy, when one of them is an oversized puppy, it's a whole nother situation because you got to plan it out. I don't like to plan. You might have noticed if you watch this show. This is the No Show. The No Show happens every night at 9. That's what I can tell you. That's as far as the planning goes. It happens every single night at 9. Thank you very much for tuning in. Um, we're coming up on our 1 year anniversary of the show. So I plan that far. I plan that much that I'm here every night. But as far as the little details, I don't like to plan. I don't like to buy tickets in advance. I don't like to pack. Like if I'm going on a trip, it's very hard for me. Nay, it's impossible for me to pack until the morning of. I can't get myself to pack the night before. Now, back in college, I would just, if I had like a paper that was due, I would finish it days early because I had all kinds of anxiety about it. So I would get it done really early, which is kind of annoying for various reasons. Um, so I would get my work done early, but I don't know. I think those days are behind me. Um, but with the dogs and a long trip, you got to plan because she's on a schedule. The puppy's on a schedule for eating. Hey, JX, nice to see you. Um, oh, TB 86,000 will be driving, flying to Logan and then driving to Maine. Oh, I don't know, Boston up to Maine. That sounds like it'll be nice. Just that's just 95. I think you'll just take 95 the whole way. I think that'll be really a pleasant trip. Hey, blue lady, how you doing? Hey, mom. Hey, oh, okay. Um, yeah, let me see what else I missed. Family reunion. That sounds fun. Wow, 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 wow. Whoa, oh boy. Oh, don't fall into the camera. Oh boy. Okay, there I am. Okay, Hilda, you got to step off. You got to step off. Oh, oh boy. Okay, we're gonna get this going. Yeah, I did. I had some very nice swims. The water's really not that frigid anymore. It's like mid 50s, going up to 60. So, um, okay, we're caught up on comments. All right, let's see what we have. Oh, Mobius. So, Mobius isn't here. So Mobius, does that mean we've lost an audience member? Did someone's I hope someone didn't have a bad experience or no one's feelings were hurt. We don't want hurt feelings. Oh. Okay, Hildy, go lie down on the couch. What do you say? How about that? Oh, Z was here yesterday, for sure. Again, that's the 1917 song. I'm always chasing rainbows. Was that the one that was based on a classical tune? I'm always chasing rainbows, watching clouds drifting by. My schemes are just like all my dreams, ending in the sky. I think it's not good to call your own plans schemes. It sounds a little bit nefarious. Some fellas look and find the sunshine. I always look and find the rain. Some fellas make a winning sometime. I never even make a game believe. It's kind of a sad sack, this guy. I don't know. Tonight I'm not feeling that much sympathy for him. I'm always chasing rainbows, waiting to find a little bluebird in vain. It's very defeatist. It's a defeatist message. I don't know if I can get on board with that. Words by Joseph McCarthy, music by Harry Carroll, 1917. I'm going to do a little Googling and see if I can't find out some ancillary information about that song. I'm always chasing rainbows. It's a popular vaudeville song from 1917. Yeah, that's right. The music was adapted from Chopin. I should have remembered that. Chopin. Oh, Salem. Oh, I have a tip for you. I was on a TV show that we shot in the summer of 2019. And yeah, it wasn't Salem's Lot, but it was called Castle Rock. So I did this weird episode of this Stephen King show. It was called Castle Rock on Hulu. And the episode I was in took place we shot it in Salem at the original site of where the encampment was. So it was like a plague episode. Let me tell you which episode it was. If there's any and it was in French, the episode, because there were these French settlers. I'm having trouble finding the name of the episode. Oh, it was called The Word. That's it. So Castle Rock is the show, and the episode was called The Word, like the Word of God. Season 2, episode 7. There we go. Season 2, episode 7. So that's my tip. If you are taking a trip down the coast and you're passing by Salem, check it out. And before you go, yeah, so that's the episode I was in. Season 2, episode 7, The Word. I played a French guy. His name was Robert, but it was spelled weird, Robert. And I had dialogue in French. It was fun. And one of the stars of the episode was a French Canadian guy. And then the star of the episode, she was a French person. So they had different kinds of French that were happening during the episode. I really like the star, the actor who's the star of that season. Trying to remember the actor's name. Wah, 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 believe me, I'm always. Tonight's episode of the No Show is a little bit discursive. Um, my exhaustion is bleeding into my brain. In the beginning was the word, and that word was probably om. Om. Yeah, I'll buy that. Mary, hey Mary. Yeah, I think it's worth watching. It's uh, it's a really good, creepy horror, fantasy horror series. Okay, Castle Rock actor. Well, that's confusing. There's an actual actor named Castle Rock. Oh, hey, Andre Holland. That's the actor. He's incredible. Andre Holland, American actor, born in 1979. What else is he known for? Oh, Moonlight, of course. The Nick, yeah. He's from Alabama. Yeah, I would watch anything with him in it. He was just great. Oh, and he was in 42, the Jackie Robinson biopic. All right, that's what we've learned so far this evening. Thanks for joining me. This is the No Show. The No Show is a daily, well, it's a nightly show. If you're in Hawaii, it's a daily show. And I sing a little, I talk a little, and I introduce you to the dogs. I got to show you their current position. It's just. Uh, Hildy looks like a rug. She really looks, they look like a pair of rugs. Oh man, it's too cute. And Fafi is somewhere else. Man. Tell them what's on your shirt. Oh yeah, what's on my shirt? Thanks for reminding me. Um, Richard, good idea. Yeah, the shirt is this is a shirt that is designed by Kirsten, and you can get. She got a sample of it, and I'm wearing it. So these shirts are in her Etsy store. Kunsty, Koonsty. Kunsty. It's a beautiful from 2021, I believe. It's well, the original is Japanese ink, black ink on paper, and then she decided to make some T-shirts. That's it. Available at Koonsty.com. Koonsty. Yes, Richard, that is right. Same artist. Same artist. Same shape of those humanoids who are portrayed. And then there's also a kind of black orb. Oh, I think this one was sort of, she did this one before COVID, but then it turned out it looks like a coronavirus. It's got the circular or spherical shape with those little nubbins on them. So it was kind of a not a promontory, not preemptory. What's that word for something that tells the future? It's it's not peremptory. It's there's a word that sounds like that. That means telling the future. Promontory. Promontory. Anyone know the word? Oh, premonition is related for sure. Yes, neurogeezer. Thank you. That is the exact correct spelling of the Etsy store. It's Kunsti. Yeah, spike protein nubbins for sure. Predict. Prophecy. Okay. Tonight, the show has become a word game. We're trying to think of words that begin with P that have to do with telling the future. Synonym, telling the future. Synonym. Forecast, predict, prognosticate, prophecy, no. Per, per, para, per, per, premonitory. Yes, premonitory. Oh yeah, it's just like the word premonition. Premonitory. Like a premonition, it's the adjective for premonition. It's premonitory. I'm sorry, it's a ridiculous word. No one uses it, but it's like a premonitory dream. Not premonitory. That would be a dream that takes place before the invention of currency. But this is a premonitory dream, where you have a dream and then it comes true. You know, I had a premonitory dream when I was a kid. I don't know if it really happened. I think it did, but then I think I was told that maybe I was confusing the order of events. But I had a dream that a payphone was just spitting out lots of coins, like a jackpot on a slot machine in Vegas. Prima donna. Yes, that's another premonition, premonitory, prima donna. Yes, premonitory. Hey, Leslie, good evening. So I had this dream about checking the coin slot on a payphone, and it, just the change gushing out. And then I feel like it happened the very next day. I was in a place and I put my finger, I think it was like a cab stand. It was the 1920s. I was at a cab stand and I put my finger in the payphone and it was just full of change. I don't know if that really happened, but I remember it happening. I don't know. Land that I love, stand beside her and guide her. La la dee da 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 da. From the mountain to the valley. Oh, Neurogeezer, you mentioned that song before, or someone did. Brother, Can You Spare a Dime? I listened to it. I can't. That's one I can't get into. I mean, it was a real big hit. It was a big Depression era hit, but somehow it wasn't. It wasn't for me. Yeah, those filthy payphones. Blicket or Bliquet says, I used to check the coin slots and under the candy displays by the register where people drop coins. Yeah, I had that kind of, it wasn't quite a fascination, but as a kid I thought, oh, you gotta just check. What kind of cereal? What kind of cereal? What kind of cereal? I don't know what that means. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah. Nah, it's a stretch, but maybe, yeah. Yeah, those payphones were gross. There was a whole evolution of payphones in New York where they got grosser and grosser and they got more and more broken. Frequently you would pick them up and they were broken. Oh, I remember that. I used to do what I thought I was being a good citizen, a good fellow citizen, a friend to the strangers, which was, if I picked up one of those payphones and it was busted, I would then leave it dangling, or I would put it I wouldn't hang it up again, because then the next person's going to come along and pick it up and try it and notice that there's no dial tone. So I would leave it hanging. But then you'd notice people that didn't catch on. People would just hang it up so that the next person would have to check and see if it worked. Yeah, it was dimes, it was then quarters, it was then multiple quarters. Then there were like weird pop-up companies that had their own set of payphones instead of like Bell. I want to show you the. Did we think about the filth when we had to make a call? No, no. You just made the call. I gotta share that. It's just very cute. The nesting pups. Yeah, yeah. You can write a note. That's true. You could write a note and just leave it on the phone and say this is busted, and then they don't exist anymore. That's what happens. Yeah, I think I might have mentioned this months ago on the show, but there was a singer-songwriter, like a sort of a folk song singer in Cambridge in the 80s, and his name was Jack Hardy. You could probably look him up and see his music, Jack Hardy. And he had a song that was about a dime. There was a rhyme with the word dime, and when I saw him perform live, he sang it as quarter. He updated it to quarter, even though quarter didn't rhyme. I just looked him up, Jack Hardy. He passed away in 2011. Born in 1947. Yeah, he was really great. The Tinker's Coin, that was one of his songs. I had his cassette. If you have a chance to look him up on YouTube, Jack Hardy. He was really good. I'm going to have a sip of coffee and talk about the Movement Voter Project, as I like to do. Please check him out. I'm going to be doing a fundraiser again this fall for them with the Reverend Barry Lynn, like we did in 2022 in advance of the Georgia Senate runoff. In Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, the bee arc was filled with telephone sanitizers. Well, that's good. I never read those. Maybe I should read those. So I'm back in Brooklyn after 3 weeks up in the woods, and it's an adjustment. I have to remind myself when I come back to just relax. 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 It's not easy. It's really, the main thing is just the density of humanity. The number of organisms, the number of large organisms per square foot is just way greater. Lots of interactions. I was reminded of that because I don't know if you can hear it, but there's the honking of horns outside. Yes, the dogs, it's true, the dogs do know how to relax, and they're a real great model for how to deal with stuff. They're models of equanimity. There's a song that I just noticed for the first time in this book. I can't tell what year it's from. It's called Any Time, and it's by Herbert Happy Lawson. That's a good name. Herbert Happy Lawson. I watched a documentary on YouTube this evening about Gershwin, about George Gershwin. There's this neurologist. He might be a psychiatrist and a neurologist, an English guy, who does documentaries on YouTube about musical figures. And this one was about Gershwin, I didn't know this, but he also died. He died very young, at 38. And it turned out he had a brain tumor. But for years before he died, they thought that he had something psychosomatic going on. They didn't know what it was. It's quite a medical story, but the documentary is really good. You learn about his music and about his life, his collaboration with his brother. I'll tell you the title. It's really worth. So the guy who makes these documentaries is called Professor Graham Yorston. Yorston, Graham Yorston. And the title of this documentary, it's a 40-minute film. George Gershwin, The Tragic End of a Musical Prodigy. The Tragic End of a Musical Prodigy. Worth 40 minutes for sure. I didn't know much about him, but I had no idea he did everything he did. He did it all in those 38 years. I'll be loving you always, with a love that's true always. When the things you've planned need a helping hand, I will understand always, always. Days may not be fair always. That's when I'll be there always. Not just for an hour, not just for a day, not just for a year, but always, always. Oh man. All right, let's chalk up tonight's episode to, let's call it the exhaustion episode. I am deeply exhausted, but I'm here every night, rain or shine. Thank you for your eyes and your ears. This has been the No Show for the 4th of June, and I look forward to seeing you here. Oh yes, Neurogeezer. Yes, thank you, Mary. That's very nice. I appreciate that. Yeah, I've been trying to hew towards the public domain songs. I'm figuring out the business end of things. Not business end, but the business side of things. So I will very soon, I think this week, be bifurcating my channels. There will be a channel for this show, the No Show channel, and then there will be a channel with everything else. That includes all my TV and film work, which is not public domain because it belongs to the networks. So I will keep you informed about the split, so you know where to find me. Okay. Good night, everybody. Sweet dreams.